everybody, welcome back to the channel. We're putting ourselves through this hell again. I've uploaded 2 videos beforehand on games by the same developer. One of the videos I think is sitting at 1.6 thousand, while the other one's sitting at like 1.4 or something like that. I know they're in like my top most viewed videos. I know that much. But we're gonna be putting ourselves through this hell again. 1.6 and 1.4. They're my second and third most viewed video on the channel. And we're gonna be putting ourselves through this shit again. So expect some censorship to happen, because this is by the same guy who brought us Minecraft: A True Love and Minecraft: A True Love 2. Which are reasonably titled Hentai in Minecraft, an Interdimensional Hentai. No idea what the fuck this is gonna be called. You guys obviously know already as it's being uploaded. As it has been uploaded. But we're just gonna put ourselves through this again. Let's just get right into it. Disclaimer, this game may not be suitable for ages. Viewer discretion is advised. Please input your name. Feel free not to input a name, and one will be provided for you. We'll just go with Trollio. Would you like to keep the name Trollio? Well, why, yes, I would. Great. We can finally get started. Please enjoy the experience. I'm sure I will. Will you stay here with me? My eyes traced Yabi's lips through every syllable, yet it still hasn't struck me that this was the same thing she had requested of me when we first met. The trust she had put in me, juxtaposed by her fear of my rejection, caused my heart to tremble slightly. I wanted to spend my life with this girl, no matter what it would take of me. I would put my life on the line for her. I would do anything for her. She meant the world to me. Of course I will. Her eyes glimmered as they filled up with tears of joy. Her thin, soft arms wrapped around my waist, and I felt her small body press against mine. With tears in her voice, I love you. I love you too. I will always love you, Yabi. Despite the heartwarming moment, my chest still felt heavy. I felt as though a weight was being pressed against my chest. My eyes open. I am left staring up at a wooden ceiling. I feel like I've overslept. I begin to lean up out of bed. I slowly began to examine my surroundings. Huh? Hang on a second! Further inspecting the room, I can tell one horrific detail that stands out among the rest. There are 2 large stone pillars in front of either exit. What am I going to do? Oh, alright, so this is different. Okay, this is different from the last games. We can check the closet, examine the pillar covering the back door, examine the pillar covering the front door, crawl out the window. It's no use, I'm trapped. Let's check what's in the chest. Easy, there's bound to be something in the chest. Whatever sicko locked me up here couldn't have been that cruel. Nothing. Oh god, I'm doomed. Alright, let's examine the pillar covering the back door. I should get a closer look at these pillars. It might help me get out of here. It appears to be a bunch of mossy bricks stacked in such a way as to block my exit. Interesting. What am I going to do? Examine the pillar covering the front. Of course. I guess I may as well check to see if the pillar in the front of the room differs in any way from the other one. That's it! Oh, wait. No. Just a piece of moss. What am I gonna do? Crawl out the window. Maybe I could climb out the window to get out of this prison. Oh, would you look at that? The window won't budge. That was a relief. For a second, I thought I was actually gonna get the hell out of here. What am I going to do? It's no use, I'm trapped. Oh, who am I kidding? Clearly, I'm never getting out of here. I have no idea where I am. I can't see a single soul from these windows. And I sure as hell doubt Zombie or the others know where I'm at. Let's hope whoever locked me in here left me some food at least. Popping down on the furnace, I continue pondering the room around me. That's odd. Why would they have a wooden pickaxe in a frame? Wooden pickaxes aren't even good. Even stone ones are better. Oh my god! Quickly hopping off the furnace, I begin towards the pickaxe on the wall. I can't believe I didn't notice it earlier. Should I take the pickaxe? Absolutely. It's going to get me the hell out of here. I am definitely taking that pickaxe. I reach up to take it off the wall. Got it. Now time to get out of here. We're gonna go with the front pillar. I better break the front pillar to get out of this hell. To get out of this cell. I can already feel the claustrophobia setting in. Alright, time to finally escape. 3, 2, 1. I push the rubble out of the way and I begin out the door. The cold light of the night sky calmly clashes against the warm tone of the lights outside. There doesn't appear to be anyone here. Where is everyone? Well, if I'm gonna get any clue as to where I'm at, I'd better make a move. I'll take the steps down and out of the house, shutting the door behind me. There's not a single soul in any of these houses. It's like everyone just got up and left. This place is giving me the creeps. Alright, I've got to start getting out of here. There has to be some reason everyone just got up and walked out. In an attempt to try to get moving, I try to force my legs to push forward. I cannot move. It's something about this house. There's some sort of heavy feeling surrounding this building, and I just can't shake it. Do I check the house or force myself? Check the house. We've got to get to the bottom of this. If I'm going to find out what's happening here, I should investigate this suspicious building. Upon entering the room, a single wooden trapdoor rests over a hole. I guess this is my last chance to turn back. Who knows what could be under this trapdoor? Should I turn back? Nah, we continuing down. I've got to man up and just go down there. I lift the trapdoor and take a look into the abyss that lies underneath. There is a ladder cascading down into some sort of light. Well, I guess it's time to do this. I grab onto the ladder and make my way down. What the hell is this place? The cold air of the room sends an unnerving chill down my spine. The room is white all around me, except for the rare occasions when an object is in the faint color space. The most noticeable of which is a large wooden desk in the center of the wall. A chair is haphazardly shoved off to the side in front of it. Someone must have been out of here in a hurry. There appears to be a message left up on the screen. Warning, only activate when ready to upload firmware. There's a single switch located next to the monitor, causing the question to arise. Do I flip the switch? Yes, we do. Well, I guess I'm left with no other choice. I may as well flip this switch and upload whatever firmware this computer is talking about. I rest my hand on the lever, hesitating for a moment. I've just shown up here through no fault to my own and no idea why I'm here. Yet here I am about to flip a random lever without having any idea what it does. I guess I don't have much of a choice, do I? There's nobody else here to tell me what I'm doing wrong. I've got to man up and make this decision for myself. I'm gonna flip it. Muscles tighten, I pull the lever down. Just standing there, the room is suddenly disrupted by the eruption of multiple beeps throughout the room. begin to think whatever pulling the switch did was a horrible mistake. 2 pistons to my left suddenly burst open. Suddenly I feel a hulking figure lurking over me. I turn to face whatever creature I've just released. It towers over me, staring down at me like a puny human that I appear to be. Yet, as menacing as it seems from afar, it doesn't look that intimidating up close. Hello? Chapter 1, Miracle Machine. And this is when the porn starts. I'm at a sheer loss of words. With her intimidating and massive figure, I expect her to be more threatening. But quite on the contrary, she seems rather cute. Are you okay? I haven't hurt you, have I? Oh my. Oh, I'm so sorry. I've completely forgotten to introduce myself. The name I was given was Irene. What's your name? It's Trollio. Trollio. She pauses for a moment as if storing my name in her head. You're not from around here, are you? I shake my head. That's what I figured. Her voice trails off as she seems to be deeply contemplating something. Is everything okay? Yes, I'm fine. I was only thinking about what we should do next. As you may have noticed, nobody is here anymore. Yes, I saw that when I got out of my makeshift prison. Makeshift? Oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to make you think you were locked up in a prison. It appears she was my captor all along. How come you locked me in there anyway? Oh, well, you see, it's an interesting story. I've got the time. I sit down on a chair, indicating that I've got some time to spare. I guess I will try to remember it the best I can. They had told me to bring you into town after one of them has spotted you lying face down on the beach. One of the townspeople? Yes, they wanted me to make sure you were all right. Shortly after, I had overheard a few of the townspeople talking about having to move. I don't know if you were aware, but we no longer have any farms. I wasn't, no. What happened? If I remember correctly, they had spoken of some incredible force sweeping through the town, destroying the farms and ripping apart the crops. Therefore, they had to leave and find a new place to settle, leaving me here. Why would they just leave you behind like that? I'm not sure. It could have been that I'm too heavy for them to carry. I looked up and down at her sleek figure. She surely couldn't have been that heavy. My weight could be due to the fact that I made of 40% steel, or perhaps 30% of plastic too. She seems like such a nice girl. I can't imagine wait, did you say metal? And plastic? Well, yeah, they built me and programmed me to protect the town while they lived here. Of course, I'm extremely heavy, making it hard to carry me the long distance they would need in order to relocate. How have I not noticed you were a robot until now? You seem incredibly advanced for being a machine. I guess so. I never really put much thought into it. I mean, a machine with the capability of speech, cognitive thinking, and even emotion? That's a goddamn scientific miracle. Would you mind if we went outside? I haven't been outside since they left. I guess that wouldn't hurt. Are you sure you can make it up the ladder? I'll be fine. Thanks. She smiles at me sweetly. Well, I guess we may as well start going. Do I let her go up the ladder first? Be a gentleman and let her go first. I should let her go up first. I am the newcomer here, after all. I gesture her towards the ladder and smile at her. Thank you. If robots could blush, her giggly voice would definitely tell me she's blushing right now. She makes her way past me and to the ladder. Trollio, looking around the room a little more when she calls my name. I glance over, she's looking back at me with a distraught look in her eyes. I need help. I can tell she's clearly ashamed to have to ask that, being a highly advanced robot and all. I try to make it seem like I can't notice she's clearly upset. No problem. What do you need? I'm scared that I might break the ladder. Could you help me up? How hard could that be? Sure, no problem. She smiles back at me and begins to make her way up the ladder. Looking up at her, it appears she's doing fine. So you're doing alright. I knew you could make it. She looks down the ladder and smiles at me, but this gesture causes her momentarily to lose her balance. I've got to make a decision. I've got to get up there to help her out. She isn't too high up on the ladder, so if I can get up there fast enough, I might be able to stop her from falling. I quickly scurry my way up the ladder to where she's teetering back and forth. Keeping one hand on the ladder, I reach up to where she is and use my free hand to steady her. Don't worry. I've got a hold of you. You won't fall. Holding her weight, I feel her regain her balance on the ladder. Thank you. She still seems upset. Are you alright? My eyes glaze upward toward where I'm holding her. It appears I made a slight error where I've chosen to support her from. When my eyes met where I was supporting from, it seems that my hand had rested directly on her ass, which is surprisingly soft. That's where they put the plastic. I mean, for being a robot, she is a lot squishier than I would have imagined. I think I've made the both of us incredibly embarrassed. I help her the rest of the way up the ladder, taking extra care to examine where I'm placing my hands. Upon making it up the ladder, we make our way outside. Thank you for helping me out there. She seems to have already forgotten about the incident. By the way, watch where you put your hands next time. The sly look on her face as she struts away tells me she hasn't forgotten about it. I quickly catch up to her. I begin to follow her through the town as she inspects every inch of it. She appears to have solemnly looked into the houses whose residents have now abandoned her. We're walking down the path together when she stops and suddenly looks up at the sky. It's going to rain soon. We should get indoors. Built-in weather system too? Sounds pretty handy. I motion towards the building in front of us. How about the house there? Looks pretty cozy. I'm ready when you are. Her eyes light up as she smiles down at me. Should I make a move? Take her hand and go inside. My eyes meet with hers as I reach my hand out to her. She hesitates for a moment, looking slowly back and forth between my hand and my face. Thank you. Her hand feels warm in mine. Oh, shit. Alright. Her smile returns to her face, and she seems happier than before. We make our way towards the house, and I open the door and let her inside. The building is a lot more spacious than my cell was. Irene appears to be looking out the window. It seems we just missed the rain. Good thing, too. What would have happened if you were caught out in the rain? Oh, nothing too bad. I wouldn't have short-circuited if that's what you were wondering. She let out an adorable giggle at her own joke. She's certainly the cutest robot I've met. I'm just glad we got somewhere out of the rain, and it looks like it's coming down pretty heavily. I wonder how late it is right now. We better be getting some rest. I'm sure you're exhausted. Thinking on it now, I've been enjoying my time with Irene so much I hadn't even thought of sleeping. She makes her way towards the bed and I continue looking out the window. I wonder if Zombie and the others are looking for me. I hope they're not too worried about me. That's odd. Irene has an actual name, but I've only ever called the others Zombie and Spider. To be fair, it's not right to compare them to a robot. She did mention that the name was given to her. I wonder if I should tell Zombie about what happened between Irene and I. Nah, it's not like she'd care anyway. She's cool like that. Sure, we're together and all that, but she's fine with me being with other girls too. We decided that it was just a human nature to be free like that. I'm just okay there's no other guys in this world. I'm pretty lucky. Trollio? I turn and make my way over to Irene. Yeah, what's the matter? You don't mind sleeping in the same bed together, do you? I figured I'd ask before You get all handsy again. She smirks at me. I can't tell if she's trying to signify something here. Or signify. Trying to signify? No, signify to something here. I don't mind as long as you don't. No, I don't mind you being handsy. That's not what I meant. She let out a laugh and sits down on the bed. Well, I'm exhausted. Try not to stay up all night, alright? I nod, and she begins to get into bed. I look out the window one last time before getting into bed next to Irene. As I settle in, I feel something press against my hand. She places her hand in mine, and I slightly squeeze it. I see a small smile stretch across her face. She looks beautiful, even when she's asleep. I fall asleep soon after her. It's been a long day. The birds are chirping, the sun is shining, and the heat is perfect. Something tells me that today is going to be a good day. Upon waking up, I notice Irene is no longer in bed, prompting me to head outside. I feel like I slept in late again. The sun is already mostly through the sky. I can see Irene over by the well, so I make my way over to her. She appears to be looking like her usual cheery self. Hey Irene, what's up? Oh, good afternoon, Trolio. I've just been sitting here thinking. What's been on your mind? Well, I've realized we can't stay here forever. What? Why not? It's how I mentioned last night, that great force that swept through here and destroyed all the crops. There isn't enough food here to sustain you anymore. It isn't all bad, though. I found another town off this way. She takes my hand and leads me down the path. She points to a forest in the distance. Just past the forest there's another town that appears to have people living there too. How do you know of this? You couldn't possibly think they wouldn't have programmed me with a map, right? That would make a lot of sense. Alright, you got me. When should we start making our way over? I'd recommend that we get moving as soon as possible. Given that you slept most of the way through the day, we should begin moving before it gets too dark. Sounds good to me. I'm ready when you are. Irene smiles at me, and she takes my hand in hers. There is no need to worry. I will protect you on our journey. My heart skips for a moment. The cadence of her voice makes me feel truly safe. Like nothing is going to go wrong if she's by my side. And I'll protect you too. Not that she'd need it, but I just feel as if I need to repay her somehow for being as amazing as she has been. A smile slides across her face and she lets out a soft chuckle. Thank you, Trolio. That means a lot. We stand there smiling at each other for a few minutes. We probably looked really stupid to anybody else, but we didn't care. All we needed then and there was each other. I squeeze her hand and start getting ready to go. We may as well get going. We began to make our way out of the town, mentally preparing for the journey ahead of us. We walked together for about 30 minutes before reaching our first obstacle. It appears that the river we reached stretches all the way around the island we were on. How do you think we crossed the river? I'm not sure. As funny as it sounds, I never really was the best at problem solving. I was only ever programmed to protect the town, not to figure out how to cross rivers. She chuckles, hiding her obvious embarrassment. How will we get across the river? We'll gather some rocks. Clearly the most logical way to get across the river is to throw some stones and hop across. Do you think we can make it across the river like that? She looks as if a deep thought for a moment, calculating how far the stone should be for her to make it safely across. Yes, I think we can do that. Great, now the only issue is finding big enough pieces to put in the river and jump across. Irene looks around for more before putting directly below us. What about gravel? Would that work? I suppose it would. Only one way to find out. Irene assists me in collecting some gravel and positioning it in the river. There. Looks about all right, doesn't it? Irene nods her head. I think I will cross first in order to make sure it's safe for you to cross, okay? Once again, she nods her head in agreement. I take care to traverse the stones in such a way Irene can clearly tell how I did. One foot after another, I manage to stay entirely dry. I shout over to her across the river. See? Just do that, okay? You'll be fine. She looks apprehensive at first, but faced with my encouraging words, her complexion shifts. She suddenly looks much more confident, even managing to crack a smile. She treads across the rocks easily, almost running into me when she makes it across. I did it! I made it across! Good job. I'm proud of you. We smile at each other before she wraps her arms around me. Thanks for believing in me, Trollio. She lets go of me and quickly hurries past me. We gotta get going. We're losing daylight. She's always so quick. I better catch up to her. We walk for what feels like days, if not weeks. By this point, my legs have grown extremely tired, and we've been reduced to taking breaks nearly every 5 minutes for me to rest. By my 9th or 10th break, Irene stops me. Trollio, we're so close. You just gotta push through this last bit. We'll be at the town in no time. Sluggishly, I look up at her. It's apparent that she can see the pain in my eyes and takes both of my hands in hers. She comes closer, her face inches from mine. Trollio, I know you can do it. Please, just try your hardest in this last push. For me. My eyes are fixated on hers. I can't stop staring into the peaceful tranquility that is her eyes. I can see her magenta eyes yearning for me to try to make her proud. That's all she could ever ask of me. And here I am, sitting on a log, trying to catch my breath. If that's really as close as she says it is, I think I can push through the pain. I clutch her hands in mine and look directly in her eyes. Okay, Irene, I'll try my hardest, just for you. Her familiar smile runs from one side of her face to the other. She's clearly ecstatic with my decision. She pulls me into a tight embrace. I could have become one with her heart and soul right then, and I would have been okay with it. It was surprisingly warm, especially considering her 40% steel exterior. She must have internal heating. We release and she helps pull me to my feet. I'm brushing the dirt off my pants when I feel her soft pursed lips press against the side of my face. I stop for a moment and turn to look at her. She's giggling like a schoolgirl, and goddamn if it isn't one of the cutest things that I like about her. We push on, moving to the town. Is that it? Up ahead? She fixates her gaze on the shadowy figure of what looks like a town. I think so, yeah. She's clearly very excited about finally arriving at the town. See? I told you it wasn't that far. If only to gloat in my face about it. But that's okay. Luckily it's cute. Well, after you. Excuse me. She suddenly sounds nervous, almost as if she realized that the town is actually inhabited. I can feel her hand tighten around mine, almost cutting off my circulation. I take her hand in both of mine. Hey, calm down, alright? Everything's gonna be fine. Her grip loosens, and I can feel the blood coming back to my hand. I'm with you every step of the way. There's nothing to worry about. I give her one of my heartwarming smiles, and she smiles back. Thank you. I nod, and we begin into the town. Alright, that's where we're going to end off this. I'm pretty sure that the developer is still working on this game. We will revisit it once an update has been posted. I will continue to track the development of it, and hopefully we will be revisiting this game soon enough. But it was about a half hour's worth of content. I know on the developer's page he said he wants to make this 10 to 12 hours worth of content. Yeah. So, let's see. What's the game? Why is this final installment of Minecraft Tree Love series and probably one of the best, I might add. I'm gonna survive long enough with all the girls, only time will tell. So, it's still in development. Guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed. And we'll be back tomorrow with some more Terraria.